Hello students of class 9. So today I am going to discuss the questions of exercise 5.1 and 5.2 of the chapter Euclid Geometry. So already I told you to read and to remember the postulate and axioms that are very important for doing questions from this chapter. Okay. So now I am going to discuss the questions from exercise 5.1. Okay. So let us do it. So question number 1 is which of the following statement are true and which are false, and you have to give reasons. If the statement is true, then also you have to give reason, and if the statement is false, then also you have to give reasons. So see, number 1, only one line can pass through a single point. So this statement is false because what happened? Through one point there are many lines can pass. So what will be the reason? First of all, you have to write that the statement is false. Then you have to show that if this is a point, suppose this point is O, then from this point there are infinitely many number of lines which can pass. Okay, so like that. See, we can draw many lines. Okay, so the correct statement will be what? Through one point there are infinitely many lines which can pass through. Next, there are an infinite number of lines which pass through two distinct points. Two distinct point means two different points. If I take two different points, okay, suppose my point is A and B. So from this point, they are telling that from these 2 points only infinitely many number of lines can passes through. But the answer will be what? No, through these 2 distinct points only one line can pass through. Okay, so this statement is also what? This is also false. You have to draw the diagram for reason. So in number 2 you have to draw the diagram that A and B are distinct points, and from these 2 points we can draw only one line, not infinitely many lines. Okay. So come to number 3. A terminated line can be produced indefinitely on both the sides. Terminated line means you can say that line is terminated, मतलब टूटा हुआ. ठीक है. तो जैसे suppose terminated line we can draw like this. Okay, this is a terminated line. So this terminated line can be produced indefinitely on both the sides. Already we know. Okay, so terminated line can be produced indefinitely on both the sides. Already we I have discussed this in my last lecture. So this is a terminated line and I can produce it from both the sides. Meaning of producing is what? Extending. I can extend the line from the 2 direction. Okay, so this statement is true. You can draw and you can show it, okay, that we can extend it from 2 direction. Number 4 is if the 2 circles are equal, then their radii are equal. Yes, this is also true. If the circles are equal, when the circles will be equal, when the radius are same. Okay, so you can draw 2 similar circles, okay, using the same radius, and you can show it. The statement is true. Next is number 5. There are 3 lines given and it is written that AB is equal to PQ, and next given PQ is equal to XY. So AB is equal to XY, that will be true or false? So answer is true. Yes, suppose the length of AB is 2 cm, then the length of PQ will be also 2 cm. Okay, so already given that PQ is equal to XY, that means XY is also equal to 2 cm. Therefore we can conclude that AB is equal to XY is equal to 2 cm. Okay, so you can take any length for for AB. Okay, like that you can see the relation between the 3 lines. Okay, between the 3 lines, and you can show it that the statement is true. Next, come to question number 2. Give a definition for each of the following terms. Are there other terms that need to be defined first? What are they and how might you define them? So see, here you have to write the definition. See, there are many definitions of parallel lines. First number is parallel lines. So how you know parallel lines? If I draw 2 lines and the distance between the 2 lines is always same, or we can say the perpendicular distance between the 2 lines is always same, then the 2 lines are parallel. Okay, perpendicular distance means Perpendicular, you know that the angle should be equal to what? 90 degree. Okay. So every time I have to take the perpendicular distance, and every time the perpendicular distance will be what? Same. So if the perpendicular distance are same, then we can say that the two lines are parallel. There is another definition for parallel lines. The lines which never intersect are called parallel lines. Okay. So you can write any definition. So for perpendicular line, for line segment, for radius of circle, for square, there are definitions in the book itself. You will get in the book, and also you have studied in your lower classes, like in 5, 6 also you have studied the definition of square. You learnt about it. Okay, so try to do this. This is simple. Okay, try to do it. So next I am doing question number 4. Okay, so here diagram is not given. You have to draw the diagram by yourself. So how to draw the diagram? See, according to the question which is given, C point lies between AB. Okay, so we can draw the figure like this. C point lies between AB such that the value of AC is equal to the value of BC. That means the length of AC is equal to the length of BC. Okay, you have to prove AC is equal to half of AB. Already I told you how to do a geometry question. You have to write like this. What is given, what you have to prove, and the proof, that is the solution. So you have to do the step by step method. Okay, by step by step process you can easily prove that AC is equal to half of AB. So see what I have written in proof. From the figure drawn we can write. So from this figure what we can write? See, we can write AC plus CB is equal to AB. Okay, these two parts, when we combine these two parts, when we add these two parts, we will get the whole part, that is AB. So that is I have what I have written here. So AC plus CB is equal to AB. So CB, in place of CB we can write BC also, because the length of C from D will be equal to the length from B to C. Okay, so in place of CB we can write BC. So that will be equal to what? AB. So now see, already given that AC is equal to BC. So in place of BC we can put what? AC. So here you have to write the reason, you have to mention from where we got AC. Now you have to write the condition. You have to write the reason from where we found that AC is equal to BC. That is the given condition. Okay. So in place of BC we are writing AC. So now see, AC plus AC, there are 2 AC. So when we add we will get 2 AC. That will be equal to AB. So 2 is multiplied with AC. So when 2 will go to that side, we get AC is equal to 1 by 2 of AB. That means half AB, which we have to prove. Okay. So finally you have to write hence proved. Okay. So this box I have drawn, but no need to draw the box. This just I have drawn because this is proved. Okay. So this is not compulsory, but finally when your proof is over, you have to write that hence proved. Okay. So see, in this question already given that this small part is equal to this small part. Okay. So we can directly visualize that this part is half of AB or this part is half of AB, but this needs to show mathematically. So how to show it in mathematically? So mathematically we have to show like this. Similar questions are there in 5 and 5, 6. The questions you have to show mathematically. Okay. So the solution you have to do in these steps, like this you have to show. Okay. So next is question number 5. Okay. So final you have to do it. Just I am guiding you how to do it, step by step process. Okay. So what is written? See, already in question 4 which was given, that will be given in this question also. AC is equal to BC. C is the midpoint of AB. But you have to prove that there is only one midpoint for a line. Okay. That means for a line segment there is only one midpoint. So that is the two proof. Okay. So in proof, how we have to start? See, we have to assume that there is another point which is the midpoint of line segment AB. Okay, so again I have drawn, see, I have taken another point D. So we are assuming here, and finally we have to see that our assumption was wrong. Okay, so first we will assume that there is another point D which is the midpoint of AB. So we are assuming. So according to that we can write AD is equal to DB. Already in question number 4 it was given that if any point is a midpoint, then we can write like this. Okay, that means if D is midpoint, so we can write AD is equal to DB. So I have given it equation number 1. But given that AC is equal to CB, or we can write BC. Okay, already it is given. So now what we have to do, we have to subtract. Okay, equation 2 from 1 or 1 from 2, you can subtract. Okay, so finally we got AD minus AC. Okay, in left hand side, and in right hand side, see, we are getting DB minus CB. So from the given figure you have to find what is AD minus AC. See, this is AD and this is AC. What happen if I eliminate AC from this whole AD? Yes, the remaining will be what? CD. Okay, so CD is remaining. Similarly, in right hand side you have to check DB. DB is the small length. Okay, and minus CB. CB is the greater one. Okay, when you subtract this from this, okay, you will get again CD. But as you know, the smaller one is written firstly and the larger one is written in the second term. That means the larger, before the larger number, if there is negative sign, then the answer will be negative, you know already. So by subtracting this we are getting what? Minus CD. Okay, so if you transfer minus CD to that side, you will get CD plus CD, and CD plus CD will be 2CD. 2CD is equal to 0. Okay, in right hand side the remaining will be what? 0. So CD is equal to what? 0 by 2, and 0 by 2 will be 0. What is the meaning of this? Meaning of this is the length from point C to D is 0 distance. Okay, the length from C to D is 0 distance, and when this distance is 0, when C and D coincides at one point, that means they are lying at one point. C and D both are what? Common point. Okay, so we cannot take any other midpoint to a given line segment. Then that means we can conclude that our assumption was wrong. That is, there is no second midpoint of a line segment. There is only one midpoint for a given line segment. So the next question is question number 6. I am going to just guide you that how to do it, but final proof and the steps you have to write it by yourself. Okay, so see, this is the line segment which is given. There are 4 points. Okay, so you have to prove that AB is equal to CD, means this length is equal to this length. Okay, so this you have to find, and what is given? See, AC is equal to BD. So see, from the diagram what we can write in place of AC? See, this is AC. You can write AB plus BC. Yes, because when we this is the whole part and this is the whole one, and when we part it we will get AB and BC. Okay, so by adding AB and BC we will get what? AC. Similarly, in place of BD we can write BC plus what? CD. So what will happen when BC will come to this side? It will get subtracted from BC, and BC minus BC will be 0, and finally we have what? AB is equal to CD, which you have to prove. So do it, write the given to prove, draw the diagram and try to do it. Okay, so the next question number 7, you have to do it by yourself. This is simple. If you have any problem you can ask me. Okay, this is given, why is axiom 5 in the list Euclid axiom considered a universal truth? Note that the question is not about the 5th postulate, so you have to see the 5th axiom. So things which are halves of the same things, the whole is greater than the part. This is the 5th axiom. Whole is greater than the part. Okay, so I am giving you one example. Suppose Asia is a continent, and inside Asia we are having what? Our country, India. So we can say Asia is a whole and our country is a part of it. So which one will be greater? Yes, Asia will be greater than our country Okay, so that means we can say that whole is always greater than the part. Okay, in every way, in every field, not only in mathematics, in every field, in every branch, you can say whole will be always greater than the part. Okay, so if you want any mathematical relation, you can write like this. Suppose you can write 2 plus 3 plus 5, you will get what? 10. So 10 is whole. Whole is greater than this part and this part. 2, 3, 5 are part, and whole is 10. That means 10 is greater than what? The parts. Okay. So this you can also give as an example, or any example which is not related to mathematics also you can give as an example, because here it is written that it is universal truth. The meaning of universal truth, that is, it is applicable in every field, everywhere, okay, in every branch. Okay, so next is exercise 5.2. Here there are two questions, 1 number and 2. Just I am going to discuss the question. See, before exercise 5.2, the discussion is on Euclid fifth postulate. Why the discussion is on Euclid fifth postulate? Because Euclid fifth postulate implies the existence of parallel lines. Okay, before that there were no parallel lines, but after the Euclid's fifth postulate, that is two lines, suppose there are two lines and one line is falling on the two lines and intersecting it at different points, then we can say, I already told you, then we can say that the two angles made on the same side of that line will be less than two right angles, and the less than two right angles means what? 180 degree. Then the two lines, if produced in that direction, it will intersect with each other. So in question number 2 from exercise 5.2, it is given that, does Euclid fifth postulate imply the existence of parallel lines? So the answer will be what? Yes. So how to explain it? You have to draw the two diagram. Here you have to write that when we add these two angles, we will get the angle less than 180 degree, and this will be greater than 180 degree. And if we produce this line, this will intersect. But if we draw like this, then they never intersect. So we get a parallel line. Okay. So that's it for today. From next chapter onward, that is chapter 6. There will be geometry part that will be starting. So please try to clear your concept, okay, from your class 8, class 7 if you are having your books. So try to clear all the concept of geometry, basic concept which you have studied earlier, okay. So it will be helpful in this chapter also, and the 7, 8 chapter also, okay. So thank you for